Have you ever walked away from an argument, heart pounding, fists clenched, words still burning in your mouth, only to ask yourself hours later, why did I let them get to me? That single moment where you lose control, where emotion overpowers reason, is a battlefield the Stoics knew well. Because if there's one certainty in life, it's this: you will have problems with people. The colleague who disrespects you, the friend who betrays you, the partner who doesn't understand you, or the family member who constantly tests your patience. But what if I told you? The real battleground isn't out there with them. It's within you. This isn't just a guide. This is a philosophical transformation. If you watch this till the end, these 9 Stoic truths may not just solve your problems with people, they may reshape how you experience relationships for the rest of your life. Part Y: the context before the content. The philosophy behind conflict. In ancient Rome, Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, woke up each day and wrote something to himself. Not to his generals, not to his senate, to himself. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. That sounds grim, doesn't it? But this wasn't pessimism. This was preparation. Marcus wasn't surrendering to negativity. He was arming himself against it. Because he understood something most of us forget. People aren't the problem. Our expectations of them are. And so, like a general preparing for war, he braced himself for disappointment. Not to grow bitter, but to remain calm when it inevitably came. This mindset is where Stoicism begins. Not with others, but with you. Not with trying to control people, but with understanding your own response. This is how you win wars without raising your voice. This is how you become unshakable, even when everything around you is trembling. And this is where the 9 Stoic tips for solving problems with people begin. Tip 1. Don't expect others to be perfect, expect them to be human. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You mustn't give up on people. You must accept them. If they do wrong, it's because they don't know better." Imagine a man named Gaius. He worked in the Roman treasury. He was intelligent but arrogant, ambitious but selfish. Marcus had to see him every day. Gaius would boast, interrupt meetings, and undercut others for his gain. Many wanted to remove him, but Marcus didn't. Why? Because Marcus believed that you don't judge someone for being flawed. You accept that people are products of their experiences, ignorance, and pain. To be angry at Gaius was like being angry at smoke for rising, or water for being wet. The first Stoic principle is this: accept human nature. People will lie, people will betray, people will disappoint. But that is no reason to burn yourself in the fire of their faults. Tip 2. Take time before you react. Seneca once said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Let me tell you about Junius. He was a Roman merchant, betrayed by his business partner. The betrayal was deep. He lost his cargo, his coin, even his credibility. He stormed into the forum, ready to confront and humiliate the man publicly. But an older Stoic stopped him. "Walk with me," the Stoic said. "We'll talk." 1 lap around the forum became 2, then 3. By the end of that walk, Junius was breathing slower. His hands weren't clenched. His thoughts were clearer. He still confronted the man, but with reason, not rage. And that made all the difference. Reaction is weakness. Reflection is power. The second Stoic principle is this: breathe, wait, then respond. Tip 3. Don't argue to win, speak to understand. Epictetus once said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." Have you ever been in an argument where both people were technically right, yet both walked away angrier? That's what happened between Lucilla and her sister, Julia. They argued over the future of their father's estate. Logic clashed with emotion. One wanted to preserve the land. The other wanted to sell it and divide the money. Each had valid points, but no one listened. Until Lucilla remembered something her Stoic tutor once told her. Don't ask, "How can I win?" What is she afraid of? What is she hoping for? That changed everything. The third Stoic principle is this: let go of ego. Pursue empathy. Tip 4. And learn to be comfortable with being misunderstood. Marcus Aurelius faced daily criticism. As emperor, he was accused of being too passive, too philosophical, too lenient. But he wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." There was a Roman senator named Tullus who openly mocked Marcus in public, called him soft, mocked his diary, and laughed at his refusal to execute enemies. Marcus never responded, not once, because he didn't need to be understood by Tullus. He only needed to remain true to himself. This is a hard pill to swallow in today's world of online comments, clout, and clapbacks. But the fourth Stoic principle is this: let go of your need for approval. Focus on your inner scorecard. Tip 5. Recognize the role of projection. Seneca said, "What we suffer from is more often imagination than reality." People don't always treat you based on who you are. They treat you based on what they've been through. When Marcus was younger, he had a friend named Publius. They trained together, studied together. But as Marcus rose in power, Publius grew distant, cold, even hostile. Marcus later found out Publius had grown up in the shadow of an abusive father, someone who also held a position of authority. His resentment wasn't toward Marcus, but toward power itself. The fifth Stoic principle is this: see the wound beneath the words. Don't take it personally. Tip 6. Never let your emotions hijack your principles. Imagine this: you're betrayed. Someone lies about you at work. You're furious. You want to strike back. But Epictetus reminds you, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. You can feel anger, but you do not need to act from anger. The sixth Stoic principle is this: emotions are information, not instructions. Feel them, then act with virtue, not vengeance. Tip 7. Set boundaries without hatred. Seneca once said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Welcome those whom you are capable of improving. Boundaries are not walls of hate. They are lines of self-respect. Marcus removed a trusted advisor when he began spreading lies, but he didn't do it with cruelty. He simply said, he cannot walk the same path I must walk, but I wish him peace. The seventh Stoic principle is this: distance can be an act of love for them and for you. Tip 8. Use conflict to master yourself. Marcus Aurelius believed every difficult person was a gift. He once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That means every rude person's an opportunity to grow patience. Every liar a chance to practice truth. Every betrayal a test of your values. The eighth Stoic principle is this: don't wish away difficult people. Use them as sharpening stones. Tip 9. Remember, you might be the problem. The hardest truth of all. Aulus, a wealthy Roman senator, came to a Stoic master and said, "Everyone around me is disloyal, disrespectful, and deceitful." The Stoic replied, "Then the only common thread in all your conflict is you." Self-reflection hurts, but it heals. The ninth Stoic principle is this: ask not just what did they do wrong, but also where did I go blind? So many of us suffer not because of people, but because of what we expect people to be. We want perfect love from imperfect partners. We want truth from those who fear it. We want respect from those who've never even given it to themselves. But Marcus Aurelius left us this: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. That strength Stoicism teaches lies not in controlling others, but in mastering yourself. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.